In this video, we're going to show you the way to unlock the offers to unlock the commissions tab. So the commission tab is intended to replace the green sheets in Command. So we've already gone through the process of creating an opportunity, making sure our contacts are in the system, and then actually adding our documents and what we need for compliance. So the next evolution of anything, whether it's a buyer or seller, is to access the offers and then write an offer to unlock the commissions tab. Now, here's what we need to do is we have to select the listing in order for this to work from the KWLS system. So this will allow us to select the listing. Now, it doesn't always show up in your My Listing section. So I always recommend that we teach agents to switch it to all listings. And then I can search by the actual MLS number, the address. So let's just say it was one of these homes on the ocean. I will pull this up. Here's a couple of them ones here, and let's just pretend for this example it is this home right here. I'm going to select that. Now that I've got the address up above, when I write my offer, it's going to pull from that to tell me, okay, we've got the price here, and then any offer that matches. Now, why do we have to do offers? We do offers because eventually the consumer is going to get the ability to view the offer on the app and then accept it or reject it. For now, the agent types it in and hits the approve button or reject button when it's time. So for offers, I'm going to add one really quick. Now this is just to quickly add it for getting paid. So I'm not going to go super into detail. I'll just say offer one, create offer. And the offer itself is just a couple simple components. The offer details, who are the parties, what are your terms, and do you want to leave an analysis if you want to. So we've got the offer date. It's already set for today. And then closing date, let's say it is for the end of next month. I go to my parties. Now, we don't need all their information, just who is it? Maybe it's the Smith family, right? I can just put in a name here. That's all that's required. Are they pre-approved, pre-qualified? I'll say they are pre-approved. And who's the agent's name? I'll say it is Lee Rosa. Now, I've got all the information I need. My information already populated on the right of my client, in this case, the seller's information, and then my information is the agent. I come to terms, and this is a simple terms version. So how much of the offer is cash, how much is financing for a total sales price. So let's say I see the condo is $138. Maybe they're going to offer $125, and I'm going to do $25,000 cash and $100,000 financed. There we go. I have a full price now of $125. I can do an earnest money if I want. I can either type in like 2% here, or I can type in a number, and it will just do the math for me. If you have any option fees they're paying, and then termination option. So in Florida, I know this would be our ability to terminate a contract, basically. So 15 days is our standard. I can make it less. Are there any seller cost or contributions? Go to the analysis. It is not required to fill this in. And since the client isn't going to see this right now anyways, I'm just going to click Save. So we're creating the opportunity offer. And notice I have one offer now, and commissions is still grayed out. It even has a little thing. You'll be able to view your commissions when you have an accepted offer. So I'm going to come here and click Accept Offer and watch the Commissions tab unlocks itself. Now when we come to Commissions tab, here's the good news. It has the price. When we created the opportunity, I told it how much commission I'm anticipating to get. Again, I can always change this at any time. It wants to know when we went under contract, so I'll just use today's date as an example of going under contract. Our closing date is set for the 29th of May. And down below is the breakdown. So it already knows I'm the agent with one unit, and the total commission is $3,750. Out of that, it knows my royalty, I'm not capped yet, so I have to pay 6% royalty, and $225 is going to come out automatically. Then it's got my company split, and out of my 30%, it's doing the math for me to say, okay, well, $1,100 is going to the market center. Then I have below it any options for E&O if I have to do that. KW Cares is grayed out because it'll give you the option when you click the next button. Kids Can is here if I want to, and Bold Scholarship. And the total check amount is for this amount right there of $2,400. Now, a lot of the common things people ask me is, okay, well, what happens if they're splitting the deal with somebody and it's 50-50 on a team, or maybe 10% of the productivity coach and stuff. So we'll cover that, where in order to add another person to this, you have to change your units. So just like on a green sheet, all the units have to equal 1. And I know a lot of people are asking, what if I have both sides of the deal? Well, you can't do both sides of the deal on this. It's pretty much one side of the transaction per commissions tab. Meaning if they're doing the other side, they will have a separate buyer opportunity and do the commissions there. Now again, this is all still new, so it's possible there's a workaround for that, but this should be 1 because it will give you an error message if it's not 1. So let's say I'm on a team and I'm going to split this 50-50. I have to change this to 0.5, so I can use the little minus button to change this. Now it's going to give me an error message, so I will use the minus to keep reducing. There we go, 0.5. Now the downside is you have to do the math. So 3750, I'm going to do the math on that. So 3750 divided by 2 is 1875. Okay, great. Now I need to add my second agent for the other half of this. So let's say I'm going to, actually it's not from add a co-broker payment. Scroll down and here is the add an agent button at the bottom. It doesn't show up unless this unit is less than 1. So now I can add that agent, and let's say I'm adding that agent. Now it has to be in your market center. So let's say it is Victoria Gordo, who's one of our leaders in our market center. I'm going to add her. It's going to pull her up into my list now of people. There it goes. And now I'm going to add Victoria. Now Victoria is going to get the other half of this. So I know that is going to be 0.5. So I will put this as 0.5. And her total commission in this is 1875. There it goes. So that red error message is going to stay there until you get your math worked out correctly. So now I'm splitting this 50-50 with another person or another person on my team, and they're changing the amount. They have to do the math automatically, and then they put it in here, and then from here, it's going to do her cap. Now, she's actually paid some money towards her royalty cap, so you'll actually see the balance here from a previous sale she had. She doesn't have to pay any company commission, and then any splits that we want down below. Now, what if they do extra things like I want to come to add an item, and maybe you have a bonus that comes with this, a concession that's being made, a deduction, and then the inside referral and outside referral, from what I understand right now, isn't quite fully operational. So if it is a referral, until they get it worked out, you're going to still do a green sheet for those. But let's just say, you know what, I'm getting a actual bonus on this. I'm going to get a $3.95 transaction fee. And it's going to say, are you splitting up the market center? You just flip it yes or no. I'm going to add that. And now it is going to change my amount on the right-hand side to say, hey, I'm getting the extra amount. And you're basically seeing the mini DA on the right-hand side. So the total commission is $3,700. Bonus is $395, which goes 100% to the agent. Royalty is going to be $248 on this. Company currency is going to be $562, and then the agents are splitting this 50-50. So Jay is getting $1,571, and Victoria is getting $1,762, and we're going to pay the office $811.20. And if I want to add a note, I can add a note. So I'll just say this is a test. This is a test. Add it. I'm going to then submit it to the market center. This is where it asks you, do you want to donate anything to KB Cares? Now, I'm not going to answer for the other agent, but maybe I want to give $10. Hit apply. It now has it submitted, and that submit button will go away. So that's how the agent does it, and how we are going to start writing together the training document on how to do this. And then if you come to Command Market Center, you'll actually be able to come in here, go to the actual opportunities, just like we would for compliance, yet we're going to come to commission request and be able to pull these up. So I'm actually going to switch this to the Fort Lauderdale office, commission request, and here's the one I just submitted right here. So we're able to come to the right and click review, and it'll look just the same as it did before. Here's me, here's Victoria, here's the information, and I can either approve this or return it. You can change the status, which the statuses are just submitted or open. If I want to get it out of my queue, I would change it to open, but in this case, I'm going to return it and just write in here, this is a test, return that opportunity, and it comes out of your checklist in the commission side, meaning when I come to Command Market Center as the MCA compliance person, whoever's processing the money, go to opportunities, commission request, choose the right market center, it'll come out of my list. And if it's something you want to do, like here's one that closed and it's past the closing date now, so it's actually giving me some error messages, I can move it to an open status, or in this case, return it. And that's kind of how we do the commission request right now. We'll do another video where we take the commission requested and actually go into the Win More system. Hopefully you found value in this, and you can now start learning the process to then teach your agents how to do this. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to follow any more videos if you want to learn more.